coffee anymore. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Good morning. Well, we are recording in the morning time.
Mm.
I am with the incomparable, most amazing, most special person. She is a spirit sister to me. We are so connected. I just
Yes.
absolutely adore her. Michelle.
Thank
Michelle
you.
Lorenzo. This is her.
Thank you
She
so
is
much.
not only a practitioner, but as a spiritualist, she has a high moral compass. She just has all the things. I could just keep going because I
Oh,
absolutely adore you. Thank you so much for
thank you.
being with me
Thank you.
today. And we're talking about success in spiritualism. And I
Yes.
know that you and I have talked a lot about a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
but this was something that resonated with both of us. So, as a practitioner, can you just tell everybody what your divination style is and what is it that you do? Let me just move this. There.
Yeah. Um, I come from a place of having studied body, mind, and spirit. So I filter through that helping lens. And like, how do we function? What do we need? How do we get to the next best step? What's blocking us? How do we unblock it? Like that's my focus rather than fortune telling, right?
Right,
I'm
right,
looking
yeah.
for fortune making. How do we
Ooh,
get you there, right?
yes, I like that. Not
Yeah.
fortune telling hashtag. Wait, hashtag not fortune telling. Was it fortune making?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So so when you come with a situation that you want to resolve or make better, then I'll either we'll do bone readings, which is divining bones that I throw into a bowl and also connecting with ancestors for their input. Or we do tarot, which I also layer with psychic ability.
Yeah.
So you get a little bit more on each
Yeah.
because I'm really trying to focus on getting in there
Yeah.
and then just helping you get out. you know?
That is a thing.
Yeah.
That is a thing.
Yeah, and when you
Yeah.
come with that intention,
Yeah.
and that's also what excites me. You could probably see when I'm talking
Yes,
about it.
you
I'm
get
like,
very
"Ah,"
excited. You get very excited.
right?
Yes, I love it.
And that's success in spiritual practice because when you're excited for something or it lights you up, that's what to follow. So
Right.
if you're someone who says it makes my day to be able to tell someone what's going to happen and then it happens, then that's what you do. That's what you follow.
Right.
Like
That's your vibration.
every individual person has a spark, that something that lights them up. Follow that thing and success follows you. Like
There's
that.
wisdom in a bottle right there. And
Yeah.
that's about following your passion because
Yes.
a lot of times when people ask me, so what is it that you do? It's really hard to do an elevator pitch for me
It is
because we do it all.
it's
Like Michelle and
combined.
I, Michelle and I'm just going to say this in public, how we're so intertwined so wonderfully is because I think we practice the same. Like you get what you need to elevate you, not what you think you need.
Bingo.
Right? It's not what you think you need because if it was what you thought you need, you wouldn't need to see us.
Exactly.
It's give you a perspective of how to elevate your spiritual intention and divination path. And what drives you to what's going to bring you closer to that divine path.
Yes.
We also are and Michelle has changed my life with a session with her. We actually recorded a session, but then we had to stop because I was embarrassed about my ancestry.
Oh no.
I was so humiliated. I was like, "Oh
Oh.
my god, this is my family," which is not funny, but it was hilarious at the same time, and I should share the story. But I was so blown away by how much this particular session I had with you doing ancestry work, how it helped me heal what I was doing today because my life is all spirit work. It's all cutting karma, cutting ancestral curses and paths and all the things. So when she was telling me about my Italian side, just saying that, and I was like, oh my God, this is why my father chose this, and that's why I took over my father's boop, 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 boop. And I was able to bring this back to my family. Did you know that? I went back to my family
Awesome.
and I said, we have something to talk about.
Oh no.
And my older sister, she's 5 years older than me, was not surprised. She was like,
Wow.
of course that happened, Kathy. Do you remember Grandma Catherine of this? And I was like, yeah, she was this way. I was like, oh my God. And I called you back and I was, Michelle, you're not going to believe it. She's like, of course I'm going to believe it. We always say, I can't believe this. But there's always work to heal in places you can't see, and that's our job.
Yeah.
And That's
Yeah.
where I'm coming from of
And
why we do this.
the key with your experience is you were willing to go there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you were ready. You were willing to take that
I
deep
was.
dive. Sometimes people are not.
Yeah.
So sometimes what happens is I end up going a little bit deeper than they're ready. So it becomes like a seed.
Right,
you know?
right. It's like, can you plant that?
Rather
Yeah.
than the whole deep, big experience.
Right.
It depends upon what you bring.
Right.
And you were ready.
Yes.
And willing. So
I was
yeah.
willing and able to do it. I think also going through I'm open about I have to go to therapy because of I have PTSD, and so my mind, body, and spirit have to be on the same page. And for years, because I'm so spiritual, I hide behind my spirit so that everything is okay. Oh, everything's fine. Everything's okay. So I have a therapist going, how about that? And they're like, I'm like, you're right.
Yeah.
And then I go to Michelle, this is what I've been practicing. This, and she goes, da, 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 da. And then I go, you're right. And then I have to sit there for about 2 weeks and heal this really intense part.
Yeah, except the difference,
Yeah.
like a therapist will come to you with all of their training.
Right.
And what we do comes from spirit. It's like an energy. It's not therapy.
Right. It's not. That's a good point. Yes.
But we find it healing.
Yes, we do.
Even though it is not therapy.
And I want to talk about the difference. A lot of people are like to me, because I come from a mental health background, so I can I can talk about this and with experience as a spiritual counselor, and I feel like spiritual therapy because there's a technique in how to use the psyche with the spiritual, and that takes a little bit of something. But just for now, like as a spiritual counselor, therapy can be very helpful to push through certain like mind patterns that you can't stop and things like that. And when you work through that, and if you keep going and doing that over and over, it can re-traumatize. Like if we talk about the same thing over and over, you can't push through. And what I've noticed in the practice, and probably with your practice too, is that people who are often looking for self-actualization, they come to us because they want to stop that cycle, but it's deeper than the mind can really process. So that's what spiritual counseling is to take you to that level, as Michelle was saying, of this realm that nobody can see, to kind of help you push through certain things that are holding you back from moving forward. So there's a place for everything. There's a place for every practice, including physical training.
Yeah.
And we could talk about that.
No.
Ron, she's like, no, we're not talking about that.
I'm not. That's not in my background.
That's not in my background. That's why we get along too. It's not in my background. But for me, I have struggled with the physical part of it because my spiritual captain is the highest. My mental is pretty up there, and emotional. I'm very, very clear on that. My physical body, it's in the water drowning.
It's out to dinner with my physical somewhere.
They go out. They have fun. They go out and they have fun. And
this is what I tell Travis.
What?
That he's lucky because he has both. He
I
has
know.
the physical aspect and the spiritual, and he can make it happen. And I'm here like, I'm out in the cloud going, what button do I push? How do I make this? Yeah.
What button do I push? But what I've learned is your physical attributes, or how you use your physical, is also in correlation of how you practice your spiritual and your mental.
You can't. You need that balance in order to be here, to be where you are. You need to be physical.
It's important.
Yeah.
You don't want to be jelly.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
but like no one's God. No one's perfect. So here's my thing.
We walk. Oh my God. We all have something.
We all have something. There's my
and
something.
it wouldn't behoove us to know that. It wouldn't behoove us to not know that we're not perfect, although we try, right?
Yes.
So Michelle, in your practice of
Yes.
your, what makes you, like, you've been doing this your whole life, a little bit.
I would say that.
When did you really when did you come into your spiritual practice? When were you like, this is what I'm going to do for a living?
Oh, wait, a living. When now I can't even talk. I'm like, I'm flipping through the years like really fast. So
that made me laugh so hard. Okay,
when
go
I
ahead.
was 10, I decided this is what I'm going to do. I
Okay,
wasn't thinking
right.
about money at the time.
Fireman. You know, when you're in elementary school, Miss Smith, I want to be a fireman, and then
Yes.
Michelle's like, I want to be a spiritual healer in the realms of the unknown and galactic
That's-
supremacy.
I basically pointed at a woman and said, I want to do that. So that was how it was at 10. But yeah, it was a psychic who was actually, she put her hands on someone's shoulder and started telling them meaningful, helpful things.
Oh.
And I said, well, if I have all this random psychic information that, like, there's a quarter behind the door, like, what could, she's over here going, and you, and this, and I'm like,
It's a quarter.
there has to be a way. I'm not kidding either. That's the kind of stuff I used to get. And I'd be like, there has to be a way for me to take that randomness and funnel it and focus it into
Right.
what she's doing.
Yes.
And that's what I set out to do that night.
Yes, when you
I
know,
started
you know.
that
When
night.
you know, you know. And
Yeah.
we have similar stories. This is about Michelle, and one day I will share my story, but we have similar stories about you just know what you're supposed to. I didn't want to do it for a living, that's for sure. I hid mine. You were at least out there, but I hid mine because I was like, I just want to be like other people. I forced
Right.
myself to conform a little bit, but I was never like everybody else, you know what I mean? When did you decide so you knew you wanted to do this at 10, and then what was the age where you were like, I don't really have a choice. This is what I have to do for a living. Like, sometimes there's no choice. That's my thing.
Yes.
When always brings me back.
2003, 4 area. I was going to massage school and I was seeing a craniosacral therapist. And we were working on all kinds of things, and he was also my Reiki master.
Okay.
So we worked on, why am I not doing this in the world? Why am I doing it only for people who find me in my life? How come I'm not out there?
It's a mirror. It's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
mirror conversation.
So we
talked
had to
about
work
this.
on some issues about, coming out with it.
Yeah.
And now here I am on YouTube.
Look at you on YouTube doing
Yeah.
it. And
So it was
smashing
around 2004-ish that I had a business card and I started having, people and doing it in the spa and saying, like, I am this thing,
Right.
you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry. Good morning.
So
It's a lovely day today here at the
a
fair.
long time from when I started doing it to when I started doing it for exchange.
Yeah. It's definitely, it takes you where you need to be. But what I love about also what we do as practitioners is how it's elevated our own personal life. Like all the wisdom that we do for others.
Yep.
Would you say that's kind of a true statement?
Absolutely. And every time I work with somebody, I learn from what they're learning in that moment.
Yeah.
You know?
You're so good. You're so open, and that's really important. You're so open, and although like I think just for me, I don't know, for the sake of media or sake of just people feeling comfortable, I don't really feel like we ever truly masters until we even ascend, and then there are some like to master. But we are definitely close, Michelle. We are mastery in the work.
It's one foot in front of the other.
It really
so
is,
when you're
and there's
talking
always
about
something.
like success in spiritual practice, no matter what your spiritual practice is, it's finding out what that is, what excites you, taking action on it, and then taking the next action. So it's step by step by step. And then all of a sudden, you're getting craniosacral, and you're talking about your issues, and you're going out, and you're getting a business card. Like,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
But that's really the important thing, is always like, does this suit me in this moment? Does this suit me now?
Yeah.
Let's go get it. What do I have to do? Let's go. Let's do.
Yeah.
Because when you do, here we go with the physical. When you do, you ground the spiritual into the physical.
Right.
If you never do, it just stays up in here, and you're
Yes.
disconnected, like we said before, in a different way.
100%. I couldn't have said that even better myself. There
Yeah.
is such a wonderful presence about you, Michelle, that gravitates. Your clientele love you. People praise about you. I'm going to put your information on here. So if you
Thank
want to
you.
have a session with Michelle, you can contact her, and she's very easy to connect with.
And I'm at Crystal Connection every third Saturday.
Oh, and she's at Crystal Connection every third Saturday.
Yeah.
So please come, and just go on their website, and then also make sure that you schedule online or when you call in. So Michelle, before we go, was there anything else you really wanted to talk about that you wanted to share? Did you have anything else?
Yes. Part of success in your spiritual practice is also getting comfortable with the fact that that's who you are. Because a lot
Amen.
of times, people walking around with these gifts, but they're afraid. or they're like, it doesn't fit. I'm not supposed to be this. No one else in my family is this. What is this? Why am I freaky like this?
Right.
It's not. It's who you are.
Yeah, and
So
there's
getting
lots of support.
comfortable with that, and then owning it, and then walking it. Period. And whatever anyone thinks is not your business.
Say that again, Michelle.
Whatever anyone else thinks is not your business. They will experience you in the way that they need to in that moment, and you don't always know why.
Right.
What the purpose is for them.
You're a gift.
So let them have it. And you just keep shining. Keep doing you. Because
100%.
eventually you're getting where you want to be.
Amen. Michelle, you're so beautiful. Thank you. That was
Thank
such a beautiful
you.
high five to that.
Thank you.
So
And
proud of us.
Thank you for listening.
Yes,
with
thank you
us.
for joining us. Everybody live in the moment, think positive, and we will see you soon.
Bye-bye.